So this is the library, and the first thing that Eddie Murphy says when he walks into the library is, "Now that's classy." That's what I need to do back at my place, is get a big picture of myself and hang it over the fireplace. And then Ramsley's like, "Yes, very classy." Hey there, Cubbies. My name is Christa, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I love doing all things Sims related, and for the month of October, I have been doing all spooky themed videos. So today, as a part of my spooky season video thing I'm doing, I did the Haunted Mansion. And the Haunted Mansion is one of my every year I have to watch it if it's Halloween, and if I'm not watching it, something has happened to me and I am in trouble. Now, I love the Haunted Mansion, just like the Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus. Every single year I have to watch it. So I wanted to try to build the mansion from the movie in The Sims. Now, a lot of people I've seen have built the ride, which I thought was super cool. Like, I didn't even think of that, but I really wanted to try to do the actual mansion from the movie itself, which I knew it was going to be difficult, obviously. It's just one of those builds that it's going to take a lot of time, very large. I mean, it's a mansion, so large is a part of that. I don't know why, but when I think mansion, I think of that game MASH we used to play. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment down below and tell me how much of a loser I am for thinking of that right now. Oh wait, before I go in. Welcome to the Haunted Mansion. I'm your host, your ghost host. Okay. Now we can go in. Alright, so this is the entrance. When we first see them walking in, they just walk in and they're right in here and they're noticing all the spider webs and how beautiful this mansion is and how big it is. And they're like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. And then we see Mr. Creepy, which is what I call Ramsley because I don't like him. He's coming down this hallway here. And he leads the family through here, through this hallway of knights. And, I mean, they've got weapons and stuff because later in the movie, they're going to need them. But then they walk in to the dining room here, and they've got this epically long dining room table. And it kind of looks like there's, like, food stuff on a table over there, so that's how I set that up. And then over here, just so you guys can get like a better view of the room as a whole, you can see the fireplace that I chose. Obviously, the fireplace that they used in the movie was like ginormous. It was huge. And they don't really have anything like that in The Sims. And when I tried to size up the fireplaces in The Sims, they just looked, I wasn't about it. I just had to change my mind about that. I was like, no, thank you. All right, so now we are going upstairs. Oh no, maybe we're not. Okay, so now we're going upstairs. And first I'm going to take you to this room over through here. And this room actually belongs to the two ghost, I guess like they're maids or butlers or whatever. So this is what I imagined their room to be. Because, they get like... They don't get like a bunch, obviously, if they're going to be like maids, but they're going to live in the mansion if they're going to take care of it. So that's kind of how I figured it. So I made them a little room here just so they'd have somewhere to go after a long day of work. And then there is actually a door that connects them to this room here, which this is Mr. Gracie's room. That's meant to like be Mr. Gracie, even though it's not. And then that picture there is supposed to be him and Elizabeth, even though they don't look like either of that, but that's okay. And then I gave him like a huge closet, obviously, and I wanted his bed to just look creepy and insane. And then I made him his special bathroom here, which is unlike any of the bathrooms in the house, although there were only 3 because I wasn't thinking of bathrooms, except for in this case. So he gets a really nice large bathroom, And he even gets a walk-in shower with 3 shower heads, because that's not too much. You need them, obviously, especially if you're a ghostie. You got to get rid of all those ghosty germs. So since we are already on the 2nd floor, I'll just go ahead and take you guys right over here. So right through here, this is where Megan and, what is his name? I can't remember their names, but his children, this is where they are supposed to sleep for the night. And you can even see how I put a little box on the vanity, like there was in the movie, the music box, but we don't have a music box. But so this is their bathroom. Even though we don't actually get to see what their bathrooms look like, I just kind of was creative with them. I got to play around with them a little bit. I really tried to make it look as much like the movie as I could, but in The Sims, it's really hard to like copy life, you know? I don't know. It's just hard. But this room here is actually where Eddie Murphy and his wife will be staying. This is their bedroom. And I tried to like set up everything that was in there, except there wasn't a hand on the table. I just added that in for fun. But there was like a cute little area here, and their bed was all slanted, and then they have their own bathroom, which looks strikingly similar to the other bathroom that their children are using. And then we're just gonna go on down the stairs. We're gonna mosey on down. Well, if I can press the right buttons, we will. You can do it. Let's get to it. Okay, so through here is the library. The library where somebody punched me. Okay, so the library where so this is the library, and the first thing that Eddie Murphy says when he walks into the library is, "Now that's classy." That's what I need to do back at my place, is get a big picture of myself and hang it over the fireplace. And then Ramsley's like, "Yes, very classy." And I just loved that. So I even did that. And you know what, I never even noticed it until this last time I watched the movie. But when Eddie Murphy is in the library by himself and he's sitting at the desk, he's reading the title of one of the books that Mr. Gracie has been reading. And it's called like Waking the Dead or something. But he was so distracted because of that little like head thing on the desk that he like hits and stuff, that he didn't even think about what book Mr. Gracie was reading. Craziness, I know. And then in here, this is actually like a smaller study for him because we don't actually get to see what's in there. So I just kind of was creative with that too. And I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over here a little bit just so you can see the whole thing. Because he does kind of bring Eddie Murphy's wife in here and tells her about Elizabeth and all that good stuff. So when Eddie Murphy hits the statue's head after he sees that this book that Mr. Gracie is reading is called Waking the Dead. But who cares, because there's a door over here, but it doesn't look like a door. And Eddie Murphy plays with it for a minute before he finally gets curious enough to jump in. And that's when the door slams behind him, but there's nobody in the library. Crazy, I know. Christa, press the right buttons, please. So we're going to go up these stairs here and get whiplash. Because I am so bad at this. Okay. So whenever he comes out of that, it kind of looks like he's coming out of a painting. But since I couldn't get it to look like that, I just put one next to it. And then these paintings I used because they do actually change into something scary. Because when he's walking by the paintings in this hallway, they all like turn dead and creepy. And it's just, I love that. And then he walks by these two people here. And they watch him as he walks by because they're alive. But I'm so sorry. I think I'm a lot funnier than I really am. So I'm really sorry. Alright, so we're going to go in here. And this is where he's coming in and you hear him and he's like, "I think I just had myself a little freak show back there." And then he comes through here. And this is where he meets Madame Leota. Okay. So she has this cute little room, and it is just like curtains everywhere. So I just packed it full of curtains, if you guys catch my drift. But he ends up sitting down at this table and spinning around the room, and she's yelling at him and waking dead spirits. And he's like, we don't want no dead spirits. And she's like, I don't care. We're getting dead spirits. So then he comes through here, and he's running away from all those paintings. And he finally finds a door to slam to get away. And he finds his children at the top of the steps. And they're like, Dad! And he's like, hey, everything's cool, but it's not. And then he's like, and then they're telling him that they need to go back and see the gypsy. And he's like, no, she is craziness. And they're like, no, Mom's in trouble. And he's like, what are you talking about? So then he comes up here into the attic, I guess. It's an attic, right? Yeah. So they had to get the trunk because there was like information that they needed. And then there's that picture of Elizabeth, which is his wife, but like not really, just looks like her. And then y'all should just punch me in the face. So then I went through a lot. Okay, I went through so much extra trouble just to put a wedding dress on this mannequin. And they didn't have any veils, so I actually had some help finding that hat with the veil because I didn't know what else to use. So that was fun. And then, Christa, go the right way. So then we're going to go all the way back downstairs and everything. Let's just go downstairs. Okay, cool. The dining room. That works. So we'll just go through the dining room here. And I am going to show you another part of the house that I kind of got to be creative with. Because we don't really get to see, we just see like that there's 2 chairs in here. We don't actually see any of this other stuff that I added in. And then I actually put the kitchen in here. And I made it so that it was really easy to get to from the ghost's room. And I thought, like they'll probably want somewhere to sit and eat for themselves. And they're probably going to have a lot of wine. And they're going to need 2 refrigerators and 2 stoves, obviously. And then this door here, it kind of blends in, but it leads back to the front. And then I am going to take you guys out back because that's where the real fun begins. I even put their car there. Even though it doesn't look like their car, it's meant to be their car. So they're talking about how there's like spacious land in the back. And what they mean by that is that there's dead people in the back. There's a graveyard as their backyard, which is probably like the best backyard. No. I just thought it was really cool. And I thought that if I was going to do it, I should at least try to have the graveyard in the back. So I did that, and I tried to make it look all overgrown and stuff like the movie. And I put this here because I thought it was funny. And then over here, I have our 4 singing heads, which Eddie Murphy's like, hey, can you guys help me get to the mausoleum? Which act like you can't see it in the background. But he's like, hey, guys, help me get to the mausoleum. And they're like, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. That's not really what they say exactly then. But they're like, you lost your keys in a mausoleum. And then that's not what happened. But sorry for the musical number. I couldn't resist. So this here is the mausoleum, which I want you guys to see like the main entrance to it, like when you first walk in, even though it's like not much, it's just stairs. But once you get down the stairs here, I'm gonna go down, you can see that I have lined the walls up with coffins, obviously. Why wouldn't I? That's what you need in a good scary build, is a bunch of coffins. No, well, they have to go in there and get the key off the crypt with no name, which is this one. And then they end up being chased by all these other dead people in here. And it was just really scary for them. And I even added something to the mausoleum that wasn't actually there, but I had to do it. So you go through this here. The other ones don't actually lead anywhere. They're just there to distract people and to be like unnecessary. I wanted this to be really unnecessary because I did this especially for my least favorite character, Mr. Ramsley. And I mean, he deserved worse than what I gave him. I was nice, all right? I was very nice to me. No, I think that I was nice because it could have been a lot worse. So you gotta go all the way through all of this, and then you go through this little door here, and you are in Ramsley's bedroom. And I figured he didn't deserve to actually live inside of the mansion, so he gets to live under the mansion. So, and that's supposed to be him. But he lives under the mansion. He has to go through the mausoleum to get to his room, and there's not even a bathroom in here. So he has to go all the way up into the mansion to use a bathroom, which he's dead anyways. He doesn't need it. He's an evil ghost. He's going to hell. So, like, he literally, that's what happens in the movie. So, like, I'm not just, like, saying that to be rude, but that's how it is. That's how it'd be like sometimes. So, this is my build of the Haunted Mansion. I tried to do it as much like the movie as I could, but in The Sims, we are limited, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches. But I hope that you guys liked it. I really put a lot of time and effort into this. I spent days on it. I even went the extra mile just to put a dress on a mannequin because I was like, it has to be like the movie. But I love the Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorites. I watch it every single year. It always makes me smile, makes me laugh. It's just one of those good, feel-good movies that you gotta watch around Halloween time if you're me. So I hope that you guys liked it. Let me know how I did. Comment down below and tell me what you guys thought. I will be uploading it to the gallery, so my ID will be below. But let me know how I did. I'm super excited about this. It took me way too long to do, so I'm even more just excited that it's over. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I come out with a new video. Stay safe and spread love. And ciao!